Hi, everybody, and happy Halloween. It's Sunday, October 31st, and I'm not going to take a lot of your time. I just want to go over this research essay. We had that incredible guest speaker, Justin Henry, in class on Friday, but I didn't get a chance to really review the assignment, the research essay with you. So first of all, I promised you that I would have your essays back before that essay is due, but the plan is to have this research essay due on Wednesday, this upcoming Wednesday. And I revised it specifically for your classes and what we have been talking about in class. I know that you've been taking notes on one of the characters in our film study of To Kill a Mockingbird, and the point is in this essay to not only trace the character arc of that character, but also to support your ideas about that character with researched material. So how do you do that? This is a research essay. This is not an argumentative essay. So the essay itself is in the themes unit at the bottom of the page. Okay, so that's one thing. If you look at it, remember, we've been talking about how do you pull apart an assignment so that you understand what the assignment is asking for, who your audience is, and what the purpose of the assignment is. So that's what I want to review with you. We'll also have time on Monday and on Wednesday to go over anything you need to go over. This assignment is going to be in academic voice, so it needs to be in third person, and it is also going to require a title page, APA 7th edition title page, as well as a reference page. That reference page needs to have on it two what we call outside sources, and I'll explain what that is in a minute, and the To Kill a Mockingbird film citation. And I will be putting that in the announcement. Don't worry about that now. We'll get that, in your clutches into the class announcements before Wednesday. So what is an outside source? So first of all, you already have one outside source if you've been keeping up. So an outside source is something that is not the material you are studying. So it is not just the film. If you were reading a short story, an outside source would be something in addition to that short story or in addition to that novel. I want these outside sources, please. It is very important for this assignment to come from your library database, and they should be about Harper Lee. You already have one. That's what I mean. If you've caught up with your assignments, you already have one of those sources. You just need to research another one. So the second one could be about Harper Lee, could be about To Kill a Mockingbird, could be about your character. It must come from the library database because you know then that those sources are academic, reliable, and vetted already. Okay, so then you don't have to say to yourself, well, it's a .com or it's a .org. Is it academic and reliable? Those sources must come from your library database. Okay, so that's what I mean by two outside sources. You already have one of them. So the assignment says it's really kind of a twofold assignment. As I said, it's a character arc, but incorporating research. But don't make it more difficult on yourself than it needs to be. You are tracing the character from the beginning of the film to the end of the film, right? So it would make a lot of sense for you to make bullet points of what happened to your character, which is only plot and summary. But in addition to that, how that experience changed them. That's the important part. Please do not write 2 pages of plot summary. This is an academic audience. Your audience is someone who knows the film. You don't have to over explain the story, right? You just have to refer to the example. So for example, if you're going to be talking about Scout, if you're going to be tracing Scout, and you are saying, Scout, the instance of, Scout meeting Boo Radley after he saves Jem. Okay, so Boo Radley has saved them. Boo is hiding in the room. Scout recognizes this person that she was taught to fear and be afraid of, but that's just plot. The point is, what did she learn from it? How did she change based on that experience? So this really will be an easy essay for you to do. Choose 5 points in time, 5 or 6 points during the film when that character experience something, but also write about how it changed them, how it progressed them. There's a lot of innocence to experience things. If you're talking about Scout or Gem, you can talk, you can write about Atticus. A lot of you chose Atticus. And one of your peers said to me, but Atticus does change, right? He was a little idealistic. He was thinking he was going to appeal. He was going to win. Things were going to happen. So that's the main component of this essay. 2 to 3 pages to do that is easy peasy if you have watched the film and you've been keeping track. And the other thing is that when you are talking about the character's progression, when you are interpreting their progression based on the summary of things that happen, then also introduce some research support from these 2 sources that you've gotten from the library, right? So that's incorporating research. So you're using the film, you're tracing 5 or 6 things that happen to that character, but you are also including how the character changed based on those incidents, and you are including research to do that. Now, some of you may be thinking, well, how do I include research? I have this Harper Lee article. Based on Harper Lee's life and what information you brought into the class, we know that Harper Lee's life was directly reflected in To Kill a Mockingbird. So if you're talking about Scout or Gem, or as children, you know about how she lived, how she was brought up. Atticus is a reflection of her father, right? So it'll be easy enough to bring in Harper Lee's life into the support if you are choosing any of these characters. And I do recommend that you choose either Atticus or Scout or Gem. I think those are the only characters that you guys were saying. Somebody mentioned Mr. Wilson, but he does have a change of heart, but we only see him 2 times, so that would not be a real fleshed out paper. I would choose one of those 3 characters. I think that's all I want to go over for now. It gives you a great place to start. Again, I recommend, as I usually do, have a general idea of where you want to go, but don't worry about starting at the introduction. Write your support. Write those 5 or 6 points, and have those 3 components. So you're going to briefly explain what happened to the character. That's your plot point. You're going to then spend most of your time on the interpretation of how the character changed in that particular plot point, and then bring in some research from your outside sources. So this, if you use that formula, I always promised you there would be a formula to writing these essays. They're not just simply creative. Keep away from first person. Keep away from I feel, I'm writing about, we understand, my opinion, right? This is all third person, the reader, the viewer, the character's name. And so that's a good place for you guys to start. Please feel free to send me any questions you have about the research essay. Again, it is in the themes unit, and it is at the bottom of the page. Have a great day, stay safe, and I will see you in class tomorrow. Bye.